OpenAI have this image generation playground and not many people know about, which allows you to ultimately generate images in bulk and get access to some interesting settings that you don't usually on the regular ChatGPT platform. If this is your first time here, my name is Jay and this is the Everyday AI channel where we teach you how you can use AI in your daily lives. So I'm going to dive right into this here, and as you can see, the URL is platform.openai.com/playground/images. And yeah, I think this is pretty cool because you can actually just go into different kinds of presets that have already been made. For example, I can actually sort of click this. I think that was the clay one I just clicked, but ultimately that's just gonna paste some text in here, and it's really gonna give you a prompt that you can use to generate. Alternatively, you can write your own, of course, and then you can also tweak certain things like the aspect ratio. You can also set the quality, and one of the cool things about this is you can actually set the number of images up to 10, which I think is pretty cool. You can select which image model you want to use. Of course, GPT Image 2 is pretty good. I'd say probably one of the best at the moment, certainly rivaling Nano Banana Pro or Nano Banana 2, however you want to call it. In this case, I'm just going to say create a dynamic, let's say, I'm going to voice prompt this, of course, product image for an e-ink tablet that allows users to intuitively jot down their ideas. Yeah. These e-ink tablets have been getting quite popular recently. What I'm going to do, of course, I'm going to use Apple Intelligence. I'm going to say improve this prompt so it's more refined and more useful for its intended purpose. We'll go with that. And yeah, I'm always raving about Apple Intelligence's inline access to compute for users. I think it's just amazing, the fact that you can just meta prompt this easily by just selecting something and updating it like that. So you can see I've already got this much better prompt running here, or well, I'm about to run it now. So create a premium cinematic product image of a next generation e-ink tablet designed for frictionless idea capture and deep thinking. Now, of course, meta prompting is a great way to achieve that ever elusive maximum learning velocity, which is basically the speed at which you can go in a direction that you want in order to okay, so this actually costs API credits. I in this case should probably update my usage, so I'm just going to go into my settings and tweak this. I'm going to do this in the back end so you guys don't have to see any potentially confidential information. I'll be back in just a sec. Cool, so I've now purchased some API tokens, added that in my billing settings, and yeah, now we're just going to wait and see exactly what outputs we get here. Now, I think this can be a cool way to essentially create a mood board and generate multiple images simultaneously, because of course the aim of the game in image generation is always to create a whole bunch, sort of like similar to photography, really. I'm not a professional photographer, but I know at least that you take a whole bunch of pictures and then you make a short list of the best sort of pictures, and from there you just keep cutting down until you get the perfect images, and then you go into editing and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, this is essentially a similar process we're taking when it comes to image generation. So we're going to generate a whole bunch of images. In this case, we're generating 10 images, and yeah, we're going to see exactly what we get. I'm going to look into the prompt I put in a bit more. So it says here that the focus should be on feeling of clarity, creativity, and cognitive flow rather than simply showcasing hardware, of course. Cool. So we've got this one here. Now I'm gonna go into this and see exactly what it looks like. Cool. Project Aurora. Nice. The text looks pretty refined, I will say. Definitely in this case. And yeah, I'm wondering where the other images are. Interesting. You can also add that into context by pulling that. Not sure why that hasn't worked. There should be 10 images that have been generated. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to see what we get. So I'm just going to come back once this is done. Okay, so we got these images generated again, and what I've noticed is that you can actually toggle between the 10 images that were created by clicking on this button here. So there's a forward and back button here in the top right, which is quite interesting. I didn't know that existed, but if you do go and maximize this image, you'll be able to see it here. I think this is pretty cool, I'll be honest. I did it twice because I was wondering where the other 10 images were.
I'm actually pleased to announce I've launched one of my first digital products, which is a 7-day prompting ebook I've called it Perfecting Prompt, and it's essentially a 7-day crash course on how you can improve your prompting so that you can supercharge your productivity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the link to Perfecting Prompts below. I put in a lot of work into it, and in there I actually include some frameworks that I teach to global corporations. Definitely check it out.
But yeah, I think this looks quite cool. I'm just zooming a bit so we can see as we shuffle through. So yeah, as you can see, we've got these very nice images created here, some interesting text. I know these e-ink tablets are going very, they're quite popular at the moment. I actually did see someone with a remarkable tablet at a office I was doing a workshop at very recently. That's actually one of the most popular brands doing these, and yeah, very interesting to see. This could be a great way to promote any sort of product, certainly when it comes to e-commerce or any sort of form of image generation. So definitely check this out if you think it would be useful for you.